Just waiting for some people to arrive. I can't be all day today, y'all. I can't be all day today. So y'all hurry up and come in the room. Greetings. What are you doing here? Miss, what was that? Mr. Oh, that's Miss Hershey. Oh, okay. I thought you were a dude. I thought you were a dude. Come on through. Come on through, my little doves. Come on through, my little doves. Oh, here. Oh, Lord. Why are you not at work, mister? How you got so much time to come on my lives, man? I be trying to avoid y'all guys. I'm like, okay, they might be on second shift right now. I could do a live. Oh, you work from home? Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. You are entrepreneur. My bad. So, y'all, I got someone sent me a link to a video, and it was interviews with different women from Russia talking about why they don't subscribe to the feminist notion. And we go Dutch, we go half on everything. I pay my own way, I'm an independent woman thing. And the questions were asked to the women, like, why should a man pay for dinners for you, or pay your bills and different things. And the women were basically coming from a cultural standpoint. It's like, well, that's what we know. That's a man who pays is symbolic of what a real man is. That's just a man who cares about you pays. Period. Point blank. End of story. Nothing else to pontificate about, right? And some of the women were saying that there's one particular woman said that if a man doesn't feel compelled to pay or take care of her, then she's not invested in a commitment with him. Like, because she sees that as a man who's not committed to her. A man who doesn't want to pay is a man who doesn't want to commit to her. And ultimately, she doesn't see him as um, like a serious committed relationship in her life. In other words, she's still a free agent. A man who doesn't pay means that she is still free and clear to date and do what she wants to do because he has decided he's not investing in her. Then there was another woman that said, when the guy asked, well, why does a man have to pay for a date? And she was like, well, a date is a gift. A date is like why do you buy flowers for a woman, is what she asked him. Why do you buy flowers for a woman? It's a gesture of kindness. It's a gift. A date is a gift. Why should a woman pay half for something that's supposed to be a gift to her? And he was kind of stumbling through that. He really had no answer for it. And then there was another one that was talking about what was the question was asked? Or the commentator who was a man says, well, in relationships that he's had, he's gone 50-50 split down the middle with all the expenses, groceries, and all of that stuff. And she was like, she said that doesn't compute with me. I just don't understand what that 50-50 thing is about. A man who cares about a woman takes care of her. The 50-50, she was like, then she said if he's only giving 50%, then I'll play with him. Then we'll do that play relationship thing. And she said, and the first sign of a problem, I'm out. She said the first sign of any problem that shows up in a 50-50 relationship, she's going to bail. She's not sticking around. She's not sticking around. So these Russian girls play no games. These Russian girls don't play no games with these dudes. Now I don't know how the dating game is. Someone claims to have lived in Russia for a little while. I don't know what. I don't know how long is a little while. I don't know. I don't know. Lived in Russia like on a military base. Kind of lived in Russia. I don't know. But she said, the men over there are not really taking care of the women like that. So the Russian women come over here and get American men to take care of them. So either way it goes, to me it's an energy thing. Because if they can get these hypergamous hating ass men over here to pay all the trappings for them, then it's gotta be an energy thing over here, because this is the home of MGTOW. So if they can finesse a dude to come out his pockets 100% over here in MGTOWville, then it's got to be an energetic thing. It's got to be an energetic thing. I liked what all the girls said. Now, I noticed that all the women were, I'm assuming late 20s, maybe early, in their 20s. Most of them looked like they were in their 20s, maybe early 30s. They didn't look like sex doll type, like blow up doll, fake boobs, big, hair extensions, that kind of Russian doll. No, they were just basic looking women, very average. Some of them didn't even look like they had makeup on. Just very basic, but feminine. And one of the questions that was asked to another girl was like, well, you're independent. Why do you need a man to do anything for you? She said, because women don't want to do everything. We want the masculine energy so that we can be feminine. That's what the girl said. We need the masculine energy so that we're allowed to we can be feminine when there's masculinity around. That's what she said. That's why we don't want to do everything. We can't be feminine and do everything. So the takeaway, my lovely doves, is what I've said before on this channel, is that your independence is not a selling point. I know some of you think, well, I have a degree and I have a PhD and, I have this income bracket and I can take care of myself and I can take care of myself and I don't need and I don't need and I don't need. And you think that makes you the cream of the crop because you're an equivalent to the value that a man will bring. Because if a man is financially sufficient, he can pick and choose from the top of the litter. And you're thinking you're measured by the same ruler in that regard. And you're not. A man might feel, if you have money, he may feel relieved that he doesn't have to shoulder all the burden. It's not respect that he gives you, it's relief. He's not respecting it. He's just relieved that he ain't got to do that much. That you are not going to require him to work like a mule or whatever it is these guys say. And he can get all the spoils of war without going to combat. He can get access to you emotionally, physically, and financially. And he doesn't lose. He has nothing to lose. A man who only gives you 50% of his effort is not, he's not losing anything. He's not putting himself at risk. And I told you ladies before, you're not in a relationship with a man who isn't putting himself at risk. That's not a relationship. That's a Netflix and chill. That's a convenience fuck. That's what you're in. A continuous convenience fuck is what you're in with a man who only wants to put in 50% effort. I mean, how else do we need to say that? How else do we need to say that? Now, the argument is, some of us are, too old or too ugly to expect even maybe even 50% effort. This is what we've been propagated to as well. And to that I say, well, you have the last word on that. You could say, you know what? I am too ugly to ask for more than 50%. You're right. I'll just take this I don't know. I'll just take this bread and butter with no ham and cheese in it that you're offering me, and I'll just be happy with that. You are still responsible for what you allow, ladies. No matter what a man is saying he's willing or not willing to do, you still have to agree. And I always say this on this channel. You still have to agree with it. So don't agree with it and then complain about foul play or unfairness afterwards. If you're agreeing to it, you have no argument about unfairness. Men are right in that regard. If you take what I give you, how can you say it's unfair when you agreed to it? Right? So there's that part of it. And all of it, a lot of this stuff is scare tactics and everything, like I said, to make you feel you're unworthy, so that they come out unscathed. They get the best of you. They get everything, the best that you have to offer, while not depleting any of their value and resources themselves within the exchange. The bottom line with this thing called hypergamy and the fact that men blame us for being incapable of real love is that, it's like implying that a man not wanting you for money is somehow devoid of materialistic inspirations. If he wants you to be attractive, do you understand that's material? You are flesh and blood, aren't you? So that's your look. How you look is a material thing. It's not spiritual. It's a material thing. If he wants to have sex with you, my lovely doves, that's a material thing. That's not spiritual either. So when these men talk about, well, all you want is money, you're incapable of genuine feelings, all I am is a bank statement, or a bank vault, or whatever it is. Understand that all you are in return is a utility too. Your beauty is a utility, just like his money. There's no difference in it. Your vagina is a utility, just like his money. There's no difference in it. So when they talk about you're incapable of loving because you have this condition called, I would like you to help me pay my bills. I would like you to take care of me. And say that because you want that, somehow you are a sinner. You're a sinner for requiring that. And he's not, for having a bias of, I need a woman with a 22-inch waist and a trailer load backside and hair down to her ass, and she needs to be 22 to 25 years old in order for me to get an erection, right? In order for me to want to give her any money, she needs to be 22 to 25, maybe 29 if she's well preserved. And I can give her all of these things. All of a sudden now, they can have all of these stipulations that don't represent materialism, don't represent sin, shallowness, contrivities, and all that they label us with. Because what? It's natural for a man to want a beautiful woman. It's not a sin because it's natural for a man to want a beautiful woman. Well, it's natural for a woman to want a man to take care of her too, because that's symbolic of physical and mental wellness to us. You men evaluate hip to waist ratios, and we evaluate how strong you are and how materialistically fit you are, how financially fit you are to support me. That lets me know that you got it here, and you have virtue, because that's your virtue. You taking care of me is a sign of your virtue. My virtue is in how I look. That's how these men evaluate. Your virtue as a woman is in how you look. His virtue is in his finances. And the two shall meet. The two shall meet in the middle. One is not better than the other. One is not less corrupt than the other. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, y'all. So don't let these dudes scare you. Like, women are there, and women only want, and women only want. When the average man that you meet wants to use you, if you meet 10 men, 9.5 of them want to use you, want to use your utility, which is your body, for free. You think if you don't give your man a little snack for free that he won't take it and won't be ashamed about not giving you anything in return? Where's his shame? Where's his shame come from? He wants you to be ashamed about what you want, but where's his shame in what he wants? There's no shame in what men want. Even at the risk of hurting you and damaging you and destroying your life, which a lot of men do, when they come with their ill intent, hiding their true intentions. They don't care if they destroy your entire life by experimenting with you to see how far they can get with you. A lot of us, I said, are science experiments. You don't really understand that you're a science experiment. You're an equivalent to a petri dish. Well, let me see what I do when I push that, or add that in there, or take that out, or whatever. Because I'm bored. Men will use women because they're bored. And they want to have a monopoly over virtue. And I don't know. I don't know what, being honest and good and all of that nonsense. It's a game. It's a game, ladies. You can require a man to come with what he needs, the masculinity that's necessary for you to evaluate his fitness to be a mate, to father your children, and whatever else you want. You're allowed to do that. Don't let these dudes take that away from you. With no, a woman who's real won't ask for anything. You gotta test them. She asks you for something and she don't really like you. When he don't really like you, he don't know if he like you until he fuck you. Hello. So what we talking about here? He ain't really sure if he like you until his dick gets wet. So now what? So he's okay with risking hurting your feelings on a fucking test. Uses your body as a test and want to talk about hypergamy? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. In a loving way. Y'all dudes need to get the fuck out of here. And I am being such a lady while I'm saying that. I am a lady. I am a lady. So, we want the ability to be the best that we can be. And we need men who want to show up as the best that they can be in our lives too. It's all right for us to want that. It's all right for you as a 5 or 4, a 6 or whatever to want that. It's okay. It's okay. Don't let what they are not willing to give you be the price tag on your head. Don't let what a man don't want to give you become your price tag. Because that's just what he has to offer. And maybe he ain't got nothing else to offer. A lot of these dudes be fronting. They be holding on and securing a bag that they don't even have. Pretending they got wealth and all this stuff and they don't have anything. That's why they holding on so tight, because they only got 2 pennies to rub together. They holding on to the two pennies they got. What we talking about here, y'all? What we talking about here? They argue, well, it takes two people, it takes a two income household to do X, Y, Z and all that. Those there is that too. There is that too. But a man who's not motivated to take care of you is a man you don't take seriously. I don't care. It really doesn't matter. It's really as simple as that. And I'm talking to you young girls now. You young girls who are in your prime, who are 20, 22, 25, 27, and 29. You don't have kids. Your body's still relatively tight. Hip to waist ratio is where some semblance of where they like for it to be. Don't you ain't gotta be lowballed out here. You don't have to be lowballed out here. But you need to be shopping now though. Don't wait till later to shop. Don't wait till later to shop because it gets real dicey later. Because later on you start to hear, well, you ain't worth that. You're old. You're not worth that. You already got kids. You're a baby mama. You're not worth all of that. Look, all of this, you want me to pay for that? That's the conversations you get later on. That you still can say, well, fuck you and goodbye. You still can say that now. And you ain't never too old to say no thank you. You ain't never too ugly to say no thank you. Have a nice day. Okay? Never. Never. So there's that too. Look at hot and heavy, even morbidly obese got themselves a dude. Everybody got dudes out here. I seen chicks with no legs with dudes. Burn victim chicks with dudes. I've seen all types of deformities walking around holding hands with dudes out here. Deformities, not just ugly now, but deformed, and they booed up. So it's a mentality. It is a mentality. Don't let these dudes break your spirit. Do not take them seriously. Don't take them seriously. And when I say don't take them seriously, I mean don't be afraid of them. The problem with y'all is you can't negotiate when you're afraid. You can't sell yourself when you're afraid of the buyer. A lot of y'all you're afraid of the person you're trying to get to buy on to what it is you got. How can you do that? You can't be scared. You can't be scared of them, man. People are full of shit. Generally, we are all adults for everything except love, except emotional things. Anything dealing with emotions, we're all 10 years old out here. We're all 10 years old. So that's what it is. She needs to look physically attractive. Material attraction is fake. What do you mean by material attraction? My ex-husband left me in the hospital to go see another woman. Oh, wow. My now fiance won't let me go outside alone after dusk. Two types of men. Wow. Two types. One woman experienced two variants, two extremes, actually. Two extremes. Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Not everything is probable, right? But anything is possible. And that's how you got to see it. A lot of men actually try to discourage women from improving. Yeah, there's that part too. Because if you improve, then he has competition. And the competition thing is not really the issue. The real issue is he'll have competition because he's not coming 100%. He's not putting in his full potentiality into it. Full effort he's not making. So that's why there would be competition. That's why there would be. Let's see. Fight. I'm sorry for that. Your ex-husband didn't deserve you. Yeah, that was low down. While you in the hospital, he hoeing around. That was low down. It happens. It happens. I know some chicks was in the labor and delivery room, pushing the dude's little kid out, and he across town occupied while she in labor and delivery by herself. These things happen. This whole debate about who should pay is going to leave men and women that want partners with none. I don't think so. People getting booed up every day. If you're afraid, if you are embarrassed, if you feel guilty and undeserving about what you want, you'll be alone. The only ones who are alone out here are the ones who are in conflict with what they feel they deserve and what they want. Period. Period. If you are scared, if you are in conflict with your own emotions, with how you feel about yourself, you're not gonna be a good saleswoman or a good salesman. The first person you have to sell is you. And that's the when we say that, people like you dismiss it, but it's the truth. If you can't convince yourself that you deserve what you want, how are you going to convince anybody else? How? It can't be done. I know people who can't even make it to the first date because they can't agree on who'll pay. Oh no, you don't haggle with no man over who'll pay. If that's an issue, if he's inviting you out to dinner, then that's not, I don't even understand how that could be a discussion on who pays. How is that even a discussion if he's inviting you out? If he's inviting you somewhere, then the tab is on him. The tab is on him. Like what why would you argue about that? I don't get it. I don't get it. And to me, if you have to argue about that, he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you enough. Men will pay for what they want. Men pay for what they want all day and twice on Sundays. They'll pay for what they want if they feel that it's worth it. If you got somebody you got to haggle with, it's because he doesn't feel you're worth it. That's it. Men will sacrifice for what they want. Thank you for the donation. You deserve a lot more than this, but you are amazing. Thank you. YouTube, I have heard you say. Nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. Don't worry, ladies. In Italy, men pay. It's tradition. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of this is a cultural thing. Although this MGTOW disease is spreading internationally. So, but but for the most part, you'll find in men outside of the U.S., it's kind of inbred in them to be, to be the heads of households and stuff. It's just it's normal. It's normal to be the breadwinner. I grew up like that. My father took care of my mother. That's what it was. That's what you a man. That's what you do as a man. Wasn't no debate about that. He didn't feel slighted because he had to. Like these dudes today feel like they getting shortchanged because they got to take care of their families. Men don't want families no more. They don't want families. They don't want the responsibility, or should I say the burden, of taking care of a woman and his own children. The bachelor life. And then they then they try to shame when women say, well, I'm gonna just do the bachelor thing. Oh no, you're gonna be licking cat hair. It's just gonna be you and your cats later on. Like it ain't gonna be him with his old rusty hound dog later on too. So for some reason, she gonna be alone with cats if she don't get booed up, and he gonna be all right. He gonna be able to sling until he's dead. You dudes don't know your pee pee go dead after a while too. The same old that you say women old, you get old too. Your balls dangle in the toilet bowl water too. You gotta wipe toilet bowl water off your balls too. Yeah, her titties dragging, your balls dragging too. You want to talk about this old like you're not going to die. When these men try to shame you about, you don't look this and you don't look that, and especially with the ages and things, because we got it big out here. You ask them, well, what Peter Pan water are you drinking? Because you're dying too. Let me know what Peter Pan fountain of youth you got. Because last I checked, you're going to die also. Hello. So there's no point to prove there. There's no point to prove there. Come on, dude. We want a little bit of happiness before we go. You want that and I want that. You're not going to escape death. So don't clown nobody for being old out here. Don't do that to yourself, man. One day your dick won't get hard. One day it won't. What you going to do then? What's going to be your value then? When dudes start having dysfunctions and they little pee-pees, that's when they want love. That's when they get all sentimental. Well, I used to play around, but now I realize what really matters. And he only realizes it after his dick go dead, after his dick flatlines. He only realizes that after he get diabetes and taking blood pressure meds and his dick don't get hard no more. All of a sudden now he knows what love is. Get the fuck out of here. People are full of shit. Why can't we just love? Why can't a woman just tell you that she loves you and you not use her? And you not manipulate her? You brothers need to ask yourself that. A woman shows you that she cares, you stop calling. She bakes the fresh coconut bread for you, cleans your house, runs your little bastard kids to daycare when the mama don't want to be bothered, all of that. You got a team player. You know what you do? You married a hoe. And then when she takes you to the cleaners, you become a MGTOW officer. When the girl that wanted you, that would fall on the sword for you, you didn't want her, but you married the bad chick that got other dudes, that always had other dudes that she calls her friends, her best friends, that she ain't giving up for you. Her other friends are her insurance policy. So there's that. There's that. We're all idiots in this game called love. We are all idiots in it. And that's what it is. I told my great grandma I want to marry a provider so I can focus on taking care of my family. And she told me I need to work and be independent. She said, pay your own way so you can't be bought. Oh, well, Grandma said, pay your own way so you can't be bought. You can't avoid being bought. You can't afford being bought. Even if you pay your own way, like I said, we are under some conclusion. The only thing that having money does is it allows you to leave without having to go into a homeless shelter or something like that. If something goes down, things go left, you're still eating. But that's about the beginning and the end of the value of really having your own money in terms of relationships. Is that you can bounce, you can leave without no problem. I remember I did that one time. I left the dude, listen, got another place the same day. got the U-Haul, some dude to help me with the U-Haul, move all my furniture out. And when the dude came home from work, the house was empty. Empty. Like I murked like that. He left, got up that morning to go to work, kissed me on my cheek, and when he came home that night, it was a see you later. Bye. Calling me. Well, where you at? I'm in my new home. Where are you? That's what being independent does. But outside of that, it's really no. It ain't nothing else going on with that. It ain't nothing else going on with that. You as a wife, you can still put if he give you $2, you save one. As a wife, your ring, the ring that he gives you is supposed to be the first investment, the first what my mother would call vex money. In Trinidad, we call it vex money when you have to go because you're angry. You got cab fare, you got whatever it is you need to go. You have your vex money. Your ring, your dowry is supposed to help pad up for rainy days, for days when you got to take a break, maybe not even divorce, but listen, let me go find myself for a month. I'll be back. Or whatever it is. So a woman, whether you're earning money or not, you're supposed to have money. He's supposed to give you money. You're supposed to have money, regardless. Regardless. And that's what it is. Every time you have a baby for him, your ring is supposed to be upgraded. Every baby you have for your husband, the diamond is supposed to get bigger. It is. Because you're expanding his worth with bringing forth life. So you need to expand too. The money needs to get bigger. The allowance needs to be more too. All of that. All of that. All of that. You can't avoid I don't know if there's another word for usury in a relationship, but maybe not usury, but you can't avoid being a utility within a relationship because you need to be useful to the other person. So that means you have to give, or else there's no reason to be in a relationship. So there's a buying and selling going on all the time in a relationship. There's a negotiation, like I do for you, you do for me, and it may not feel like a negotiation because you care about each other, but that's what it is. You know, that's what it is. Yes, I'm a foodie. That's why I know an Italian is my soulmate. An Italian is your soulmate. I've been married to an Italian man for 13 years. He's cheap as hell, but he's well insured and we have a nice lifestyle, but we get discounts on everything. Well, that's okay, you know. Some men are frugal, but it's a difference between being frugal and saying, "Well, we don't need lights." You know, because I've seen some chicks be with dudes that are so frugal that they like basic stuff that they're living without. We don't need a refrigerator. Like what? Like crazy shit like that. Like frugal like that. Like we gonna live in one of them small those mini houses, which I do like. Those mini houses are so cute to me. But you gonna put me in a mini house and we siphoning water from somebody else's house because we can't afford to pay the water and the lights and stuff like that. So we hijacking somebody's well or something like that to get running water to flush the toilet and shit. That kind of stuff. That would be a problem. That would be a problem. If he's just trying to find a cheaper way to get it and you're gonna get it, that ain't no problem. He wasn't 100% Italian. What was he? Mini house, no bigger than 600 feet. I like the mini houses. I've seen some cute ones. I think they're cute. always bet on black. Finances are a man's job. So not necessarily. My ex paid the bills. I didn't even know how much they were. All right now, when you don't know how much a bill is, then he definitely paying bill. When you don't even know the amount of nothing, that's a man who pays the bills. That's a man who pays the bills. Listen, y'all, it is what it is. I think the argument of fairness and unfairness can be had on either side of the coin. I would never say that men aren't justified in some of their apprehension towards mating and stuff like that, because divorces are ugly and can destroy people financially and emotionally. They can, and there is a risk of that. There is a risk to that. The only reason why I'm like it's similar in risk, but it's not the same, is because for us, when we lose, we don't recuperate what we lose, which is time. You at 25 are worth something that you're not at 35 and 45 and 55 and so on. You're not. And no matter what he gives you could get the alimony at 45, right? But you're still a woman. You're still just a woman that who's 45 with some money. Like, it doesn't increase your worth. So that time cannot be replenished. So we're always going to be, no matter what, we're always losing more. We're always going to be at a loss. More of a loss than men. A man can make some more money. He can get a better job. He can make some more money. He can start a business. He can start a whole new family the day after he leaves you. What woman can snap back like that? Not too many. Unless you are the only woman who can. What's that? Kiki. What's her name? Not Kiki Wyatt. What's that crazy light skinned chick who sing? Who pregnant with her like 15th child right now? Kiki something. Oh, that's she the only one that got. I don't know. She got teeth in her vagina or something like that. She stay with a man. That girl don't have no downtime. Is Kiki Wyatt? Yeah, her. She the only one that seem like she don't never have a downtime at all. Like, damn, girl. So yeah, that's it. Y'all ain't perfect. Cut it out. Who ain't perfect? A study came up, and you can look it up. Black men die alone in hospitals and nursing homes at a higher rate than than black women. Their family comes and see them. Black men's families don't. Oh, that is depressing. V, you need to send me a link to that study. Send it to my email, info at theuglygirlsclub.com. I'd like to read that study. That's interesting. Now, I think I've never heard of that before, of the numbers as far as that's concerned. That's an eye opener too. That's an eye opener too. Those men probably only paid half for dinner. Probably so. Probably so, man. Probably so. Listen, you get out what you put into things. This is male and female, men and women. You get out what you put into things. I understand love is a risk. It is a risk. But let me tell you why you as a woman need to be more cautious about it, because of the fact that you biologically you take in what a man gives you, both emotionally. You hold it in like a cup. We hold things as women in. So you're holding in what he deposits in you on an emotional, mental basis, as well as physically, which his sperm and whatever diseases he has and all that stuff, he ejaculates that in you. And the wrong man can make you sick, like physically, chronic illness and disease. Usually women start getting sick. Bad relationships usually on a lot of the fibroid tumors and all that stuff that women experience. It's the accumulation of all this trauma with these men, y'all. Men will kill you. Men will cause physical, chronic diseases, mental dysfunction, all of that stuff in you. Men. So we can't take this lightly. It ain't never, ever gonna be a tit for tat. Never, ever, ever going to be a tit for tat. Never. Kiki got 1,000,000 kids. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. And she'll be pregnant another 2 years from now. She stick around with this dude. She'll be pregnant again. I'm hungry now. I talk so much about Italian food. So, because the men in my family always try to discourage me from getting a man that can take care of me. They want me to prove I can be a wife. What do you mean? What? Prove that you can be a wife? The men in your family want you to prove that you can be a wife, and how do you prove that? I don't. That's weird. I don't understand what the men in your family don't want you to get married until you can prove that you can be a wife. And so, what's the proof? So that's a little weird. That's a little weird. No, they never will, and that goes both ways because you got women that are poison too. Women are treacherous. You got women that are treacherous, but I'm telling you, it's not the same. It's not the same. Men can actually aid you and bring you down physically. You get with the wrong dude, and you've seen it. You ladies, I know you ladies know women, and maybe you're one of them that have seen a woman get with a guy and she aged like 10 years with him. You could see she's actually literally sucked dry. Like he sucked all the lowest energy out of her. You can literally see her decline. So that's what happens there. And it's because we are internal. We are cup holders. We hold their genetic material, we hold their mentalities, we hold their hatred. If a man hates you and he ejaculates in you, you're holding all that energy inside of you. All of it. Oh my God, I told someone about how terrible acting men can aid you. I told them my secret to looking young is that I don't deal with them at all. Hey, that's what it's funny how you ever see like a lot of these women who they be like 120 years old, 115 years old, and people ask them, what's your secret? And almost all of them was like, I never got married. Well, ma'am, you're 150 and you look like you're 65 years old. What's your secret, ma'am? I never got married. I never had a man. That'd be the first thing that come out their mouth. There was never no man around. Listen. Listen. Men will destroy you physically if you get the wrong one. It's not a game. It's not a game. Them motherfuckers can complain all they want about unfair this and unfair that. Your entire life is at stake. Their money might be at stake, but your breathing, your lungs are at stake. Your kidneys are at stake. The wellness of your heart, your circulatory system, all of those things are at stake. Your vagina and the pH balance of your vagina and your uterus are at stake. when you're fucking around with these motherfuckers that don't care. Your body will literally start to break down. So I don't give a fuck what these motherfuckers complain about. Oh, you take, you just want my money. You just want my money. Nigga, you want my soul. Nigga, you want my whole being. So let's not compare the two. Don't let a motherfucker compare his money to your whole entire body. You need to stop doing that. I don't give a fuck what he's paying for. It is never going to be equal to your body. Never. Never. Y'all don't get me hot right now. Don't get me started right now. I can't stand when people entertain that shit. I don't want to hear about that. You can make more money. I can't make another vagina for you though. When you fuck my shit up, I can't go to Piggly Wiggly and buy another vagina, a vagina in the can. I can't buy spam vagina out here. When you make my ass go mentally crazy and I need some Prozac, then what? A lot of us walking around here insane, mentally unstable because of the trauma that we allow these men to put us through. You were sane until you started fucking, Hello? You were sane and you relatively liked yourself before you started taking dick. Talk to me. Talk to me. You started being unsure of yourself when you started fucking these men. That's when you were like, well, I don't know if I'm worth, and I don't know what I'm worth, and I don't know. That's when you started second guessing yourself. When you started taking ejaculate in your mouth, in your ass, and in your cervix. You genuinely cared about yourself before that point. You didn't start gaining weight until you started taking dick. That's when you had weight issues and all of that. Weight issues, trust issues, self-esteem issues. That's what these niggas bring you. When they don't give a fuck about you. And they want to complain about money they're spending. Get the fuck out of here. Your money ain't got no heartbeat. Your money don't bleed. Your money don't give a fuck about you. Don't compare me to your fucking money. Fuck out of here with that shit. Y'all don't get me started up in here. I'm getting hot. I gotta end this live because I need a fucking drink. I need a goddamn drink. Y'all letting these dudes shortchange you, for what? He convincing you that it's better to fuck for a thing than to pay a bill? He convincing you that it's more virtuous to fuck for a thank you, for a good time, than to actually get your rent paid? Than to actually put into a relationship? You not requiring anything makes you a good woman? And then when he sucks the life force out of you, he tells you you're used up, and he goes on to somebody fresher than you. Somebody with fresh blood that he can vamp on. He done vamped on you. You dried up. There's nothing else going on with you. You dried up. And he needs something fresh to vamp on. A man's money ain't never equal to you because you can't replace yourself. He can't replace you. When he damages you, he leaves you. He doesn't even fix you. Y'all, let me go. I think we can end it here. I think we can end it here. Y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel. You dudes that are on this channel who got daughters, send them this video, please. You may not like the woman that you're fucking, but if you have a daughter that you care about, share the video with her. Please do that. We're not playing no games for 2020. At least I'm not. Not here at the UGC. At the Ugly Girls Club, it's no chaser. 2020, new decade. Y'all, you ladies gotta choke on the truth. Stop sipping the shit. Stop taking sips of the shit. Well, suckers, it's so bitter. It's the bitter truth. No, you need to swallow it like you swallow that sperm. You need to swallow it. Just like you gurgle on the sperm that don't give a fuck about you, you need to swallow this truth. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. So anyway, y'all, shit, I need me some water, some shit. Y'all always get me turned up, and I try to, I said I was gonna be chill, and it never works out that way. It never works out that way. I'm heated because I'm concerned. I'm afraid for some of y'all. I'm afraid for some of y'all. I'm concerned, and I want us to really be free emotionally. I want us to be free emotionally. Because emotional freedom brings everything, it brings other things that you want. It's a foundation of everything. Being emotionally detached from things means that you could see what's in front of you clear. You can see it clearly. And life is a game. Life is a game. And what you want to be you want to move the pieces around. You want to be the chess player instead of the pawn. And a lot of women are pawns. When you're an unattractive woman, people start moving you around. They assume that you're a pawn to be moved around and played with. Like they can fucking play with your life because you're worthless to them. Like you don't have feelings and concerns and value and worth. People treat you like that. You're like the woman that stands naked on the curb somewhere, fully exposed. She's trash because she's undressed, and a unattractive woman is treated the same as a woman selling ass. But you got to turn that around, my doves. You have to turn that around. You have to have conviction and self-esteem, and you have to decide what it is you are. You've listened to everybody else up until this point. That's why you feel fucked up. It's because you've listened to everybody else. You've listened and you've taken on the opinions of everybody else up until this point. So now it's time to listen to yourself. Now it's time to listen to you. Don't take any shit off of anybody. Don't be afraid of an attractive woman or a cute guy or a motherfucker with money and none of that. These are people. These are just people with their own demons and insecurities to worry about. Trust me and believe, I don't give a fuck how good a chick look or how much money a nigga have. He got demons. Nobody is free of them. Nobody's free of self-doubt. Put all your energy into yourself, into thinking the way that you want to think. Start controlling your thoughts by deliberately thinking a certain way. When you feel yourself and you notice yourself swaying a different way in thought, you pull yourself back and say, wait a minute, that's not what we're doing anymore. Like you literally have to tell yourself, no, we don't think that way anymore. And you pull yourself back and you go the opposite direction with it. You have to train yourself to believe certain things. Just like you've trained yourself to believe everything you believe now. Everything you believe now is through repetition. You don't believe anything just out of the blue. It was repetitive in your life, repetitiously repetition going on in your life for you to come to certain conclusions about your worth and your value. It didn't happen one day and all of a sudden it's stuck. So it's not going to happen one day and all of a sudden it sticks in the opposite direction either. You have to work on this thing. You have to train your muscle. You have to train your muscle. And that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, y'all. So if you need me, if you need private coaching, please go to theuglygirlsclub.com. Rosemary, you got the link to my sites. Send me an email. Let me know what's going on with you. And then we'll discuss how I can help you through whatever is going on with you. I'm not for no bullshit though. And if you're looking for kind words and empty fluffery encouragement, just they got other people covering that. I'm really dark energy. I don't like to get into the labels thing, but I'm really dark energy. I'm the spook that sits behind the door. So if to me, freedom is really in it, accepting your dark side. So we explore that. We explore that. So if you're ready to go there, if you're ready to go in the catacombs, let's go. Let's go. I will usher you in. I will usher you in. But you got to accept the word ugly. You got to accept it now. Can't be skating the fence on that. Some of y'all can't get past that word. How you gonna get to the next level of everything? You can't even. You're scared to say. You're embarrassed to say it. You gotta say it like it makes your teeth white. That's your first initiation. Is letting go of vanity. That's your first initiation. You let go of that. Beast mode. Beast mode. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace and love. Bye.